はい、ホライゾン的な意味でお久しぶりです。柴田明です。ホライゾンホビーのウエストやってくんだけども、説明文やんなきゃね。今回の動画配信の説明文。で、貼り付けたから日本語になってる。字幕の認定してゲームタイトル入れる。ちょっとね、今日ね、37度5分、37度6分だったな。37度6分出ました。はい。大丈夫か、私。で、そろそろね、ちょっと終わらせたいところがあって、サイドクエストもどうしようかなと思ってるんだよね。まあ、やる限りでやりますか。シナリオクリアしてからでも、サイドクエスト的にはいけるんじゃないかなと思うんだけど。はい、準備できましたね。配信的な意味で。はい。どうしようかな。サイドクエストやめちゃう？今回。進めていく？ファイストスを拘束できるようにするっていうんで、あとサイドクエストとか裏で私はじっくりやろうかなっていう感じにいこうかな。結構あんのよね、サイドクエストね。ある。いっぱいある。まあ、いっぱいあるから、ちょっと待って、いっぱいあるから一旦、あれやろう。一旦、帰ろう。免許店に帰ってやることやってきます。機械路はね、終わってんだよね。行けるところは。シナリオ上行くであろうところ以外は。そこに関して、オーバーライドの、修復的なやつとか終わらせなかったりしてるし、いろいろやってるし、っていうところなんで、ちょっとシナリオメインでいこうかな、メインクエスト。で、まあ何かっていうと、3月30日かな。確か、デスストランディングのディレクターズカットが発売されるんで、ちょっとそれ、発売直後にやりたいのね。スチーム版です、スチーム版。ちょっと今、スチーム起動しちゃったんだけど、確認するために。ストアのウィッシュリストに、3月30日だね。3月30日に、サーティースマースって書いてあったから、3月30日にデスストのディレクターズカット版が出るんで、それを普通に遊びたいんで配信でやるかどうかは別としてね、新しい建設機械とか出るから。なんで、ちょっとその前までに、ある程度型をつけておきたいのは、ホライゾン。こんなあったっけこんなん。門松みたいになってるわ。久しぶりに帰ってみましょう。久しぶりでもないけど、機械を巡ってきたぐらいしかシナリオの進行上のことはないと思うんだけど、セリフが増えてるかもね、もしかするとその関係で。ないかな。サブクエストはいくつか終わらせてきたり、サイドも、増えてるね、セリフね。コタールのセリフ、コタールじゃないか、あの人か。この人ね。なんだっけ。アルバさんね。なんかいろいろと人間科学でそういえば変わってましたね、とこはね。じゃあ、まず、機械路行ってきたんで、オーバーライドのところ、どこだっけ？これ自分の部屋だな。どこだっけ？オーバーライドのやつ。これが私の部屋か。私とか、アロイの部屋ですね。プライベートルーム。こっちだったっけ？こっちは、こんなんあったっけ？なんか古代の植物の種みたいな、そういうのを管理してるとこかな。で、ここはコターロがなんか、ホログラムで研究してる部屋。はい。で、ここは個人部屋、それぞれのかな。狭い部屋を使ってる人もいますね。で、アルバの新しい部屋。これ誰の部屋？これ二人の部屋か。ゾウと、なんか自分の部屋が欲しいっていう。で、ここ。 ここに行きたかった。あ、ガムすいませんね。ガム噛んでます。サンダージョーをオーバーライド可能にする。サンダージョーと他のやつが被ることあるのかな。セルスナッパーは嬉しいかもしれないけど、大体地中から現れるからオーバーライド本当にできんのかってのかな。スパイクスノートはまあ、うん。スロータースパインね。スロータースパインはでかいからね、この辺はありがたいかもね。他のやつと一緒にいることもあるし。で、スコーチャーはちょっとまだ無理。戦ってはいます。ストーカーもまだ。フリーザーファングも素材が揃ってない。ファイアクローもというか。いや、この辺はオーバーライドできるようにクエストだけは登録しておきましょう。最優先にはしないっていうか別に、クエストを優先するけど。なんかクエストあったね。テーベって言うとなんだっけな。ギリシアからなんかにテーベっていう地方があったんじゃなかったっけ。エジプトだっけ。アサシンクリードかなんかでテーベっていう話題があったよな。
When she's not reading the archives like a giddy kid drinking her first ale. She took to that new focus quick, that's for sure. I gotta say, I'm a little jealous. But I can see why you two hit it off.
You look tired.
Ha! You never want to hold back, are you? I've just been making sure that I got everything down for this mission of yours. I don't want to be the usual screw-up out there.
You'll do fine, Errand. I found out more about the Sons of Prometheus. They definitely have a base. It's a place called First Forge. We just have to find it.
First Forge?
あ、プロメテウスの民ってなんかまあ、いろいろとやってましたね。
Found one of them? A Sons of Prometheus operative?
裏でやったやつですね。
Posing as a Delver, but my focus locked onto his. When he saw me coming, he ran. I caught up with him, and he tried to crush his focus. But there was still data on it. A bunch of locations and coordinates. One of them was called First Forge.
これはでも行きたいかな。メイン行く前に。もしわかるんだったら。
Ancient tech expert.
Send me those coordinates, okay?
Now hold on, Aloy. I'm coming
あ、
with
来てくれるの。いいね、いいね。
Sarah is the last of a line of killers that murdered Ursa. I need to be there
どう
when
すい
she
ませ
goes
ん。
down.
洋服がガサガサいってんね。今ね、反転機ですね。
All right.
ストライクはまた今度かな。
I should get going.
As soon as you want us heading out to those cauldrons.
I'll give you the heads up.
多分裏になると思います。
From the look on your face, I'd say the mission was a success.
I got Omega clearance. Is everyone ready to head out to Cauldron
あ
General?
あ、共同作戦的なやつだ。
I see all of us settled in nicely.
Our new Quen friend? The moment she laid eyes on the archives, she jumped on them like a long leg.
Yeah, that's Alva for you. Once Gaia is back up and running, I expect you to put all your training to good use.
The seeds have been planted. All they need is a chance to bloom. What? I thought that was pretty good. Zoe liked it.
I'm glad you and Zoe found each other.
Don't forget, you're to blame for that.
Now that I have Omega clearance, we can grab Hephaestus and finally have the advantage over the Zeniths.
Can't wait to see their faces as they stare down a bunch of charging thunder jaws.
Better them than us, for once. I should go get this to Gaia.
ゲームシステム的なことを考えるとうまくいくとは思えないですね。なんか一回、ガイアに会いに行かなきゃいけないのか。
Welcome back.
Good to be back. Have you met our new Quen guest yet?
I could barely keep up as she gave herself a tour of the base. Varl gave her a new focus. Though when he told her she was free to access all the data we had here, she turned so pale, I thought she'd faint on the spot. We showed her to the archive room so she could see for herself. She hasn't left the place since.
Sounds like Alva. How are things with everyone?
Slightly quieter. Aaron's been busy scouring data on his newest obsession. Apparently the old ones wrestled machines as some kind of performance. Called it metal versus meat. A must-see battle between steel and flesh, as Aaron likes to put it. You'd think we have enough of that going around as it is.
Read anything interesting lately?
I found out the old ones use leaf infusions like the Utaru do. Tea, they call it. Apparently it helped soothe them. That and some sort of scented wax they use to cleanse their aura. Plus something called bubble baths. Me, I think I'll stick to singing to calm the nerves.
これはまだやってないですか？この大地の神々やっといた方がいいそうですね。
You've retrieved the Omega clearance. That means we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. I'll make sure my gear's ready.
ガイアに今のタイミングで会いに行っちゃっていいのかもあるよね。イベントが進むはずだから。コターロ。先にアルバに話変わるわ。
Aloy! Right to work, I see.
There's just so much. I mean, we knew of artificial beings that served the ancestors, but Gaia? Oh, she's amazing! And you, a true reincarnation of an ancestor. Genetically speaking, of course, not like the, late CO. And there's more ancestors out there. Returned from beyond the stars. Of course, they're trying to kill us, which is not great. And Eric Visser is with them, which is disturbing. And then there's Hephaestus, and...
Okay. How about we take it one step at a time?
You're right. I also owe you an explanation for everything that happened at Landfall.
I imagine you don't know anyone here that well yet, but they're a good group.
It's funny because one of your friends is, well, another you. Not that you are the same person at all. I mean, you are, as in, you're both genetically Elizabeth Sobek, but even so, you're different.
Yeah, we are. I hope everyone's been treating you okay.
Oh, yeah, of course. They've all been extremely welcoming. And they share the knowledge they learn on their focuses with each other freely. It's refreshing.
この人たちは、情報を秘匿してましたからね。言ってますね。
Sounds restrictive and stifling.
You are not wrong.
まあ、情報を全部共有するのが良いかどうかっていうのもね、この世界だと、文明の規模が非常にもうすごい小規模だから、まあ、なんというか資源が余りまくってるから、まあ、そうでないから絶滅に向かうんですけどね。土地が広いっていうことだけでも争いの要素が少ないという。クエンではそうでもないのかな。
A diviner has never had this sort of unsupervised access to archives such as this. And knowing you, I suspect there is much that would normally be forbidden held within them. But I was sent here to help you. I would be remiss to ignore any truth laid before me. Maybe it'll help the Quen find their way back to the path of truth.
You mentioned Eric Visser? How do you know about him?
The Zenith who tried to kill you? He is known to the Quen as the Protector. Combing through data related to his work led us to breakthroughs related to weapons and military tactics. Knowledge our rulers used to conquer and expand. To become the empire we are today. That's why he's one of our most revered ancestors. But, based on your encounter with him, it appears he's even more ruthless than we ever imagined. Yet another distorted interpretation in the legacy.
Well, at least you're piecing together the truth.
If only the overseers back home would do the same.
Beta mentioned other Zeniths. Tilda, Verbena, and Gerard.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about them. Whatever legacy they left behind, the diviners haven't recovered.
Back at the greenhouse, you spoke of knowledge forbidden to your people.
Diviners are meant to seek out the truth in the legacy, and many Imperials sponsor them in the hopes they'll find something the Empire can put to use, thus gaining favor with the Emperor. But the Board of Overseers claims certain truths are detrimental to the stability of the Empire, like discovering one of our revered ancestors ended the world. That is why Diviners are only allowed to access segments of the legacy. Only Overseers can view it all. It ensures that any heretical data can be contained and retrieved before it can spread.
What happens to Diviners who break the rules?
I never had the courage to ask.
You said you owed me an explanation for what happened in Thebes. I'm listening.
Right. I'll start at the beginning with the CO. He was an Imperial, the Emperor's nephew, in fact. As such, he sponsored many
テーベってアサシンクリードオリジンズ出てるとこですね。
help the tribe and himself. He took a special interest in anything related to Ted Farrow, whom we consider the
なんかあんまり疲れてなかった気がするんだけど。
Ted Farrow.
みんなに言ってみるかな。
It's tough to take.
I know better now.
なんか地図上でなんか事件が起こったのかもしれない。
The Diviners discovered that Pharaoh spent a great deal of time in San Francisco. In fact, many of the most important ancestors did. So the Emperor's nephew convinced him that an expedition across the ocean might solve our most pressing problems. If only we could find the right data in this fabled city. Perhaps we could roll back the floods and storms that threatened our people. The Emperor declared that all the tribe's resources be poured into this endeavor. Dozens of ships were built, scouting missions were dispatched, and the Emperor's nephew was named Sio, one who wields the legacy for the good of the Empire, the living embodiment of Ted Farrow, a renewer. It may seem strange now, but for a time, he carried all of our hopes. We really believed he would save us. We had no idea just how perilous the journey would be.
You said the expedition across the sea was more dangerous than you thought it would be. What happened?
We lost most of our ships to hurricanes, and scores of soldiers perished to hunger and disease.
帰ることがなかなか難しいんだろうな。
Once we landed, machines ripped our patrols apart, and we struggled to replenish our rations. There were bright spots, to be sure. We found Thebes and the greenhouse, but nothing improved the CEO's mood as his dreams of saving the tribe were slowly dashed. He became more and more obsessed with Thebes and what lay behind its door, and more convinced that the title of CEO was no mere honorific. You heard him, spouting nonsense about Pharaoh's essence and some kind of becoming. We knew these weren't the words of a sane man, but he was quick to put any who spoke out in front of a firing squad.
What a great guy.
The Quen are wrong about many things when it comes to the legacy. I can see that now. But what the CO became was a complete perversion of what principled diviners stand for. The pursuit of truth. I'm sorry you had to endure his madness. I'm just glad it's over. For everyone.
So, Bohai, your overseer. Will he run things better than CEO?
He won't execute people on a whim, if that's what you mean. But he's hardly a paragon of integrity. I can't tell you how many times he took credit for data in the legacy that I uncovered. The best thing I can say about him is that he can be trusted to always do what's best for him.
Yep, sounds about right. The ancestors, is that what your people call the old ones?
Yes and no. The ancestors are the greatest of the old ones. Those whose legacy taught us agriculture, medicine, warfare, leadership, and patronage of the science and arts.
The CEO called Elizabeth Sobek an assistant. What's that about?
Right. Well, any old one who has made minor contributions or worked extensively under one of the ancestors is called an assistant.
ファローが社長だからってだけだな、それは。
Until we met you. Our Our limited access to data past the late 2040s has obviously misinformed our view of the past.
You mentioned the reason you came here was to help your family. Your sister...
Her name is Alika. Our parents are commoners, peasants, really. When I passed the divination exams, they were so proud. It brought honor to our family and increased rations. Only Alika begged me not to leave for the research academy.
Why? What happens there?
Alika knew that once you enter, you're not allowed to leave or see anyone, not even your family. Unless you can get special permission and an escort by an overseer.
Sounds harsh.
Like the focuses we keep, diviners are few in number, and the Empire is, well, fearful that outsiders will try to steal our knowledge. Last time I was allowed to see my family was just before our voyage here. Because of my position, I was able to get them refuge from the floods within the capital. But if our crops don't recover soon, they'll starve to death along with everyone else.
I promise I'll do my best to make sure it doesn't come to that. I need to get going, but if you need anything...
All I need is to help you succeed in your mission.
クレーンはまあ、絵に描いたようなディストピアとして作った感じ。絵に描いたようにとか、まあ、ディストピアらしい国を作りたかったのかね。まあ、ノラとはもう全然対照的というか、まあ、なんだろう。ノラじゃなくて比べるとしたらあれだな、メリディアンとかそっちと比べるべきなんだけど、やっぱりなんか大国は良くないねって感じで言ってるね。前の先代の太陽、なんだっけ、太陽王でしたっけ、なんかもう大きな国になるとダメになるっていう、そういう世界。
Well met. We've been briefed on our mission and are ready whenever you wish to head to Cauldron Gemini.
運命嫌いなんだねって感じなんだけど、開発が。まあ、そう描きたかったってことなんだろうね。
Nothing like a Tanakh. Her mind is sharp. That much is certain. But it's hard to imagine her surviving in the wilds.
Trust me, she's tougher than she looks.
I will take your word for it.
How are your studies going?
I wanted to learn more about the world of the Old Ones.
And?
I looked up this pharaoh Gaia said you went looking for, and learned about the plague of machines he unleashed. To think that the ancient world was wiped out by a mistake. A single miscalculation. There is no glory or honor in such a fate. Only hubris and pointless death.
That about sums it up. I have to go now.
Then do not let me keep you.
さて、残りは、ベータに話聞けばいいはず。前日じゃなくてね、ガイアには会いに行くけれども、登るとこの横。ガイアに本当に会いに行っちゃっていいのか感はある。もう通れない。閉じてる？ベータ何やってる？ あ、なんかこれ言ってたな。開けたとか言ってたっけ？メンテナンススペース。なんか資材が置いてあるだけかね。はい。で？すみません、食事したばっかりね、いつも通り。エネルギーセル？どこに持っていけばいいの？ 二つある。これっても、くぐることできないってことはもうこっちに持っていくしかないよね。ちょっと一旦置いときますか。うん。下に降りれるのは確かなんだけど、そこに入れればいいのか。そこに入れればいいだけなら入れちゃいましょう。もう一個あるの？入れるとこ。
That did it.
Hey.
Hey, Lloyd. A bunch of lights just turned on up here. Was that you?
Oh. Huh. Yeah, I guess it was.
はい。登るところだからエネルギーセル持ち出しにはいけなくて、そもそもここどこ？あ、ここから入ってって感じか。だよね。とすると、ここ正面がベータのいたところで、まあ、サーバー室かなんかな。そこにはまだ入れないと。今エネルギーセルが1個あると。ごめんなさいね。持ち運び可能なエネルギーセルが1個あると。で、登って持ってくることもできるけど、こっちまで持ってこれちゃうんだ、エネルギーセル。うん、どこに入れるかやな。で、これ外でしょ？外でしょ？エネルギーセルを入れるべきところ？あ、なんか一箇所起動してないとこあったな。なんかしらが。なんかもらったのがあるけど。ここは、アルバの私物が持ち込まれちゃったのかな？これは個人の部屋それぞれの。
There's Gwen stuff in here now. Must be all of us.
アルバもここに来てんの？置いてんの？もの。これ初めてか。共通語とか気になるけど。これが、よくわからんけど、向こう側に繋がっているっぽいところで紫色のやつがある。で、コターンのいる部屋だけど、これも、あ、これ開くじゃん。ではい。小さな隠し部屋。これはさっき私が気になったやつか。紫のやつね。でもこう入れない。ね、これはマークがあるな。ポセイドンのマークかな。波のマークだし。ポセイドンのマークがある。これって、こっちからも入れると。はい。で、これが開かない。こういうことでいいのかな？で、まあ、ダクトは、ダクトでも、これだけだよね、きっとね。小太郎さん部屋壊しちゃってごめん。で、これか。これがなんか起動しないけど、別にどっかに入れるとこないのか？なんかエネルギーセルを入れれば動くのかなと思ったけど、それらしいとこもないね。上のこれか。うん。 で、これがアーロイのプライベートルームで、いろいろ置いてあると。で、これ。オーナメントかな。特に見たいものもなかった。じゃあ、基本的に今の段階で使えそうなものはないかな。ここまで、あれだな。エネルギーセルがもう一個あるってことは忘れそう。じゃあ、ガイアに会いに行きますか。会いに行っちゃっていいのかな、本当に。何入れるとこ。どこに納品しなかったっけ？なかなかいい位置に行かないんだよな。残り2つ？頑張れば終わりそうだな。
I know your experience in Thebes was unsettling, but we have a new problem.
Did something go wrong with Beta and the rig? Will we be able to transport you to Gemini?
The rig is complete. The problem is Hephaestus itself. It has accelerated its proliferation throughout the Cauldron network, increasing its power.
But with your sub-functions restored, we can still succeed, right?
Correct. But the net effect is that absorbing Hephaestus will take longer than previously calculated.
How long?
Even with Omega clearance, my current estimate is that the merge will take 35 hours.
And each hour increases the risk of detection by the Zeniths. Two cores. Two overrides. What if the merge were carried out by two clones of Elizabeth Sobek, both armed with Omega clearance? How long then? Half the time?
Hephaestus would be unprepared for the simultaneous labor of two operators, in addition to obvious synergetic efficiencies.
なるほどね。
Calculating. It would reduce the merge time to approximately 4.5 hours.
4.5 時間。
Varl, it looks like we're gonna need Beta at Gemini. Do you think you can convince her?
I don't know, but I'll try.
What about our diversion? Are the pulse generators ready?
Only a final test remains. I am confident that if fired in proximity to other cauldrons, the pulses will mask our activities at Gemini from the zeniths.
Good. As long as Aaron can operate one without shooting himself in the face.
Aloy, you better get down here.
だろう
He's in
ね。
bad shape.
Okay.
はい、まあ、面倒なことはね、便利屋さん RE が片付けに行きましょう。ところで、この部屋にないよね。電源入れるところ。あ、てか会話増えてるな。会話はしといた方がいいか。
Aloy, I believe Varl is still waiting for you, outside Beta's room.
I know. I just wanted to talk about something else first.
As you wish.
As you wish.
So I found Thebes. What do you think Ted would have done if his life extension treatments had worked?
It seems he convinced himself it was his duty to guide future humans. Given the tribal nature of new humans, and his ability to use Omega clearance on the terraforming system, I imagine he would have convinced one or more tribes to worship him as their patriarchal deity.
つまり裏ではもう覚えてたって
Yep,
こ
glad that
と
didn't
彼
happen.
は。
Aside from Gaia Prime and Thebes, there was one other underground facility that was sealed before the Pharaoh Plague reached it. Elysium. The place where Zero Dawn staff and their families went to live out their lives. Do you know what happened to it?
Elysium was designed to provide life support for 100 years. My data indicates the facility went offline well before then.
Did the Pharaoh Plague find them?
Unknown.
寿命じゃないの？だ
Connection to the facility was abruptly
って
severed.
0歳の人が入るわけじゃないでしょ、別に。100まで生きたら長生きな方ですね。
The missing subordinate functions.
は聞いたけど、
Earth with a Eleuthia was
新しい話題があるってことよね。
Unfortunately, all
Ted. Guess he got what he deserved in the end.
この話ね。
an igneous conclusion to his pathological narcissism, impulsive tendencies, and instability.
All three of the missing functions have already served their purpose, or were prevented from doing so. Do you still need them?
Restoring unfortunate.
I guess our best shot at recovery, but we'll need Hephaestus.
Correct.
How's all of us settling in?
As soon as she arrived, Alva was eager to study the data in the archive. A particular file soon caught her attention. Information about a machine assistant devoted to keeping living spaces neat and orderly. I informed her that once I am empowered with the abilities of Hephaestus, I may be able to design such a machine.
I'm sure she'll like that.
ああ、この話はやもう。
A particular, I informed
I'm sure. So our plan to,
as you wish.
which is why I got.
Correct. When we get to jump,
あ、すみません。復習みたいなもんなん
Then
で
we'll、be able to.
新しい話題がないかと思って。
How long will that take?
because the work will be split.
And during that time, the
Correct. The energy surge should.
and then we'll have everything
4.5 時間でもだい
be
ぶ
off.
長いけどね。奴らの文明次第だけど明らかに、そんな、アメリカ横断なんて1時間ぐらいできたんじゃないですかだったら。知らんけど、4.5 時間でまあ、今の自動車だったらあれだけど、また落ちた。またポリゴンの隙間に落ちたよ。ポリゴンの隙間とか床がないんだよな。床がないんですよ。床をください。ガイアで話聞いた後に外出ると絶対こうなるわ。いや話はもう聞き終わったとかマーク的にそんな感じよね。で、開けて一旦立ち止まった方がいいな。床があるかどうか。ここ床なくない？床ないよね、これ。やっぱり。床がないんですけど。やめてほしいわ。機械のマークかな今までの。これもうどういうわけでこういうデザインになってるのか気になるけどね。いろいろ機械のマークね。ガイアに話聞くと絶対に床がないんだ。これでまだ床がなかったらお手上げ。一回ゲームを落としてロードし直すしかないかな。完全にアプリケーションを終了しないといけないんだったらちょっと無理。配信的な意味で。で、この階段の下。やっぱなくない？やっぱ床なくない？こういう時は、ファストトラベルで。 それでも床がなかったらもうお手上げもお手上げ。まあゲーム落としても立ち上げ直すって話はしたか、さっき。はい。到着。床ある。よかった。床がある。で、問題があるっていうんで、ベータのとこさっき入れなかったけど、はい。
I tried, but it's impossible. I don't think anything will convince her to go.
We don't have a choice.
Good luck.
Beta, you have to come with us. It's the only way. It's one mission. The most important one. We need you. Tell me why you won't go. What if they take me back? Alone, in a cell again. A slave. Forever. Varl and I will be at Gemini too. I'll protect you. As soon as we get Hephaestus, we'll come straight back here. The Zeniths aren't going to find us. You don't have to be afraid. No! You can't protect me. Nothing can protect me from them.
バリアを破る装置の話はどうだったんだろう。
It's hopeless. Leave me alone. You don't understand. You're right. I don't understand. We have the same genes, the same mind, the same heart. So why can't you find the strength to do what has to be done? Like Elizabeth would. Don't you think I've thought about that? I don't know what piece of Elizabeth I'm missing. I don't know what you have that I don't. I looked through all the data from your focus. You were raised as an outcast, shunned, and isolated just like me, so what's the difference? What's my defect?
世界が狭かったんだな。世界の広さは重要だと思いますね。ここにしか居場所がないって思ってしまうと終わるなっていう感じが。
You don't have a defect. Beta. Look, it's not a piece of Elizabeth. The difference is, I had him. Frost.
ロストって確か R だったな。
Trained you, but he was never warm or loving. The day he died, the day he gave you that charm, he was going to abandon you. He wanted me to embrace the tribe. But then he gave his life for mine. He loved me in his own way. And that was enough. What did he feel like? It was like having the strength that was always there. It's still there. Even now I hear him in my head when things get bad. When it looks impossible, look deeper. And then fight like you can win. You don't have to go on the mission. We'll find another way. I'll go. You said you'd try to protect me. I believe you.
違う選択肢だったら、セリフも気になります
You
な。
have to promise me one thing. Yes, of course. If it goes bad, if the Zeniths find us, I don't want to be their slave again. Do you understand?
でしょうな。
Okay. Promise? I promise. I could use as much time as you can give me to study up on the merge, to make it as efficient as possible.
これでジェミニーに向かえば、もうできてしまうのかな。
I swear.
なんか到着が遅れたり、到着する前に見つかったりしそう。そのぐらい探せる能力ぐらいあるんじゃないの？
Whenever you're ready, come speak to me and I'll ask the others to make further
メインクエストの前にちょっと気になるサイドクエストか、が出てきちゃったので、それだけやろうかなと思ってて。もう9時か。ジェミニーじゃなく、の前にね、サイドだと思うんだけど、コターロね。コターロのこれも必要。ゾウのやつだ。ゾウのこれも重要でしょ？この辺はまあって感じだけど、これなんだっけ？フェニールやったんだっけ？テナークスの竜形のタトゥーがペイスペイントってあるけど、デッカね。言葉の研ぎは結構進んだけど、あんまり、今ここの拠点にいる人にはあんまり関係なさそうな感じだね。まずコタールと、ゾウの話を終わらせようかな。ゾウのはレベル低いか。あと、トゲの差はもう、いろいろ気になるなーっていうのもあるけどね。全部合わせるとだいぶ時間かかっちゃいそうだから、今はなっていうところはあるよね。
Hey, I thought I'd check in before leaving for Gemini.
Are you sure we shouldn't be checking up on you? Whatever went on between you and Beta sounded intense. Not that I'm judging. Forge knows all the screws flew loose every time Mercer and I fought.
I think we'll be fine from now on.
I'm glad to hear it.
Anybody take you up on that ale you brought yet?
Zoe can't stand the smell of it. I tried Alva, but I don't think she knows what taking a break means. And I'm not putting Varl anywhere near that stuff after that victory party in Meridian.
What about Catalo?
Now there's a man that can hold his liquor. Pretty sure we downed half a keg. We had a good chat, I think.
仲良くなってますね。コターロと。
After we get Hephaestus, we'll be taking the fight to the Zeniths. So, no more reading.
It wasn't that bad. Not really. Besides, going through all that data helped me realize something. You know, the soldiers, the ones that fought the Pharaoh machines so Gaia could be built, they were fighting a battle that couldn't be won. Not with all the weapons in the world. I think most of them realized that, whether anyone said it or not. They still did it, though. They bought time for all the eggheads working to save the future. Our future. As long as I can do that for you, I'll consider myself a success.
Thank you, Erend. I'm glad you're with me.
Okay, enough. I'm gonna get a
レン
potion.
トには生きてくっついてほしいですね、アロイと。王様よりは。
I should go.
Same here. I got a dick.
しかし、セリフ量が膨大だな。
Aloy, everything okay with you and Beta? It sounded like you guys had a, lively conversation.
We just had a lot to talk about.
Does this mean she's coming with us to Gemini?
It does. I hope you're ready to rein in the most stubborn AI of all time.
That's what all this was for, wasn't it?
Hephaestus won't go down quietly.
Hephaestus is just a program that's lost its way. We are fighting for our survival. I can always call upon the goddess if you're nervous.
Funny. How does everyone seem to you?
Anxious, but ready. I heard Katalo ask for Alva's help with his pulse generator. And I know he's been helping her with a few fighting techniques, just in case.
I hope they are needed.
Like I said, just in case.
Any last findings you want to share before leaving?
Not really. Though I've reached a decision.
Oh?
When we put Gaia together,
明らかにこれ最終決戦だよな。やっぱサイト全部終わらせるべきかな。
You think I'll listen to you?
in time, I believe so.
奇襲は終わらせとくべきでしょ、少なくとも。あと、ゾウのやつも終わらせとくべきでしょ。
What will you and
それをもっとサイド扱いのやつもみんな重要なんじゃないか
I
な。
hope she'll come with me, at least for a while. And I'll go with her to Plainsong too. She'll probably want to talk to her people about all this as well. We'll figure it out.
I know you will. I hope firing off those pulse generators will be enough to distract the Zeniths.
It'll work. It has to.
Always optimistic, huh?
Nah, just stubborn. It's a good quality to have when dealing with you.
Yeah, right. You were right, you know, about keeping Rost's memories buried. I guess part of me thought he was holding me back, because he wanted me to be a Nora. But the truth is, he gave me a lot. And I took him for granted.
He was a good man. He raised you well.
I'm glad you're coming with me, Val.
Sure there's no urge to run off alone in there somewhere?
No more running.
ほんと、クエスト増えてない？
Hey, we'll be going after Hephaestus soon. You good with the plan?
I've already got the location of my assigned cauldron.
Good.
I heard you and Beta had a talk.
みんな言う
It
な。
was fast.
It wasn't exactly a quiet conversation.
There were just things that needed to be said.
A healthy crop to those who clear the weeds between them, as the Utaru say.
You look like you have something on your mind.
We're going to war soon. And war is something I promised myself I'd left behind in the Red Raids. But the more of your data I go through, every voice I hear, every word I read from her ancient past, it makes me realize just how much life was given so that ours could flourish. Fighting for that gift, it's our responsibility. If we fail, it was all for naught.
Helps to know you're not alone.
For a moment there, you sounded like Varro.
I don't know what you're talking about. I should go.
As soon as you intend to leave for Gemini,
You'll hear about it.
ちょっと待ってくださいね。忘れたことあります。裏作業ね、難易度下げて、ノーマルでやっていきましょう。
I hope I'm not interrupting.
Not at all. I was just studying the pulse generator schematics. The ones Gaia and Beta built. The craftsmanship is remarkable. Is everything alright? It sounded like there was an issue with Beta and the mission.
Not anymore. We just needed to talk some things through.
To understand one another is to embrace truth. Oh, and if you have a moment, there's something I could use your help with.
なんですか？まあ聞いてからにしますか。
A little bit, but I did hear her singing with Varl not too long ago. I don't think they noticed. So seemed so free when she did it. Like every emotion she had was taking flight in song, and she looked happier because of it.
魂を慰めるために歌うんでしたっけ？
Nervous in comparison.
You should ask So to teach you sometime. About Utaru music.
Maybe.
If you need anything, before heading out to the cauldrons.
You have nothing to worry about. Gaia's explained your plan in detail, as expected from such an efficient AI. I've even received some very, succinct combat advice from Katalo. You know, in case the Zeniths show up.
What kind of advice?
He, told me to run.
For now. We'll even the odds soon enough. Any more data catch your eye?
All of it? I have so much to study up on. Years, actually. I'm particularly interested in the Odyssey. We knew the ancestors had made it to the moon. In fact, we theorized some of them had settled on it. But Sirius is way farther than that. And we thought journeying across the ocean would be the feat
あ、
of a
月に行ってた
lifetime.
ことは知ってたっていうのはアポロ計画です
The
ね。
sheer calculations needed for space travel. It's overwhelming to think about.
Even so, the Quen are way ahead of other tribes when it comes to understanding this stuff. Where I grew up, everyone thought that stars were sparks that rose from a fire lit by the goddess to guide us through the night. Must be strange to think that some of the ancestors your tribe reveres are still alive. And here on Earth, right now.
Yeah, it is. Part of me is curious to know who else besides Eric Visser might be among them. Maybe Nikita Arand? We call her the Spark. The legacy tells us she brought unlimited energy to the old ones. Or Sung Jiao, whom we call the Healer. It is said she found new ways to extend the ancestors' lifespans. But my curiosity fades when I think of how different our view of Visser was compared to the reality that you experienced. Perhaps it is better not to know.
You mentioned there was something you needed help with?
Yes. So, as I was sifting through data from the greenhouse, I found references to an old world system back in the Great Delta. It's called Leviathan. My people discovered it decades ago. A sprawling network of
海の巨人ですね、リヴァイアさんは。
The legacy revealed that the old ones
巨人、
used it to
巨大な獣か。
flooding.
海の巨大な獣はリヴァイアさん。
Gotten it to work. The whole thing is shut down.
陸の巨大な獣がベヒーモスまたはベヘモット。
It's in San Francisco.
サンフランシスコにあるの？
No. Leviathan was a project by Eileen Sasaki, another
Sasaki-san?
ancestor. So the legacy tells us, anyway, if we can acquire that data, we might be able to fix the system back in the Great Delta. Every year, my sister gets terrified when the long rains begin. With Leviathan, maybe she won't have to be.
Okay. So, where in San Francisco is this facility?
That's the thing. The data doesn't say
サンフランシスコのどっかわかんねえっつうの？
but one of our diviners has been exploring the
他の
ruins.
預言者に行けばわかるかな。あいつか？
Would you come with me? I have a feeling that wherever this facility is, well, you're much better at fighting machines than I am.
Of course. I'll let you know when I'm in landfall.
Thank you, Aloy.
I should go. Make sure you talk to Gaia if you have any questions about the pulse generators.
May your path lead to truth.
これもサイドだろうな。
And, like I said, I'll let you know when I'm in landfall. We'll find the data you're after.
I appreciate it.
禁じられた遺産？うん。この辺はサイド扱いよね。サイド全部終わらせるか。これだな。とりあえず重要そうなやつから。コターロの腕も重要だけど。多分。
Aloy, are you well?
Had a bit of an issue with Beta. It's better now, though.
I'm not surprised.
Really? Why not?
I once knew a warrior who discovered he had a brother late in life. It was deeply uncomfortable for him.
Did he ever get over it?
In time. But not before the two siblings nearly killed each other in a single combat challenge.
Ah. Well, at least I avoided that. You nervous about the mission ahead?
If I live, it will be in victory.
If I die, it will be in battle. What matters most is that you achieve your objective.
I'll do my best.
これあれじゃない、クエストを終わらせておかないとみんな死ぬんじゃない、サイドクエスト的なやつ。
Knocked. I am always ready.
I should go get ready.
I await your orders.
やっとけば命が助かるみたいなことない？そうするとエレンドはクエストだったの確か。で、バールだけないのかな、ゾウはあったよね、クエスト。で、さっき、アルバからクエストを受けて、てか今からゾウのやつにやりに行くんだけど、コターロも義手のやつとかあるでしょ？うん。まあ、とりあえず行きますか。これは何のクエストだっけ？歌の平原のやつ、畑を復活させたいってのはこれ？そもそもこれ歌の平原じゃないでしょ？いいのかな？まあいいか。それ行ってみようか。クエストの指し示す通り。焚き火どっかなったっけ？ね、噂話もいろいろ残ってたりするんだよな。爪か。ここ？もうなんか1時間ぐらい話だけ聞いてない？そんな気がするわ。やっぱ再度終わらせるとダメだな。なんとなく言えないのかなするわ。シナリオに変わりそう。なんで言うと変わっちゃいそう。なんかいろいろ。このタイミングじゃなくてもいい気がするけど。ゆっくりしてね。
This is where Zoe said we'd find the Grimhorns she needs parts from to heal Plainsong's land gods.
はい、じゃあ、
I should let her know I'm here.
なんだっけ、そもそも何してたんだっけ。あいつは、なんか、
I'm near the Grimhorn site.
大地の神と同じ種類の機械を、なんかどうのこうのって言うんだよ。部品が必要だってな。
The Grimhorns we're looking for should be just to the
グリム
north.
ホンだ。うん。
Let's go get those control cores.
はい。
Thank you again for helping me. If this works, if we can heal the land gods, it will end a
130
generation of suffering for my people.
How do you think Fane and the chorus will take it? They seem to think the tribe's extinction is inevitable.
I've had my disagreements with them, but I'd like to see they'll be happy to be wrong on this.
There. The
あ
Grimhorns.
れがグリムホーンでいる強化型ばっ
We'll
か。
just have to be smart about this.
I'll follow your lead.
エロバックがいるけど、死体じゃないよな。強化型は強いのはわかるよ。うん。あ、下も隠れられた？強化型はそもそもスキャンできないんじゃない？みんな強化型？
Should try the traps.
I think
ス
this
カイドリ
used to
フ
be a
ターは
tunnel.
強化型じゃないな。
Okay. Maybe we can use them to our advantage.
フロストベロバックも強化型ではない。こいつも強化型ではない。一応、隠密装備だから、そんなにがっつりは大丈夫。目の前に、なんだろう。ある程度猶予はある。スカイドリフターのセンサーに引っかかったか？オーバーライトできる？引っ掛けるかな。ダメだ。はい。 ゼロバックのお願いしましょう。はい。さようなら。あれは助けますか、さすがに。来た？来た？バレた？バレた？てか、引っかかるつもりなかったのに。それ隠れられてるのそれ。ベロバックがやってんのかな。ベロバックがどう集中してるっぽいなぁ。あとなんか弓が今までと違ったみたい。これやるかも。これオーバーライドできないでしょ。はい、もう居場所バレてまーす。あれ、角折れてないこれ。狭い。狭いんです。もうこれはもう完全にバレてるな。ちょっと待って、どうなってんの？味方やられそう？自動復活？あのベロバックは操作できるよな。操作ってか、オーバーライドできるよね。はいよ。よろしく。はい、どうも。じゃあ頑張って。あ、いいね、いいね。頑張ってくれてね。じゃあフロストベロバックの関連のものをちょっともらいに行きますか。やっててもらってる間に。まあ、そんなに長持ちはしないかな。3で攻撃されるの？まあ、やるかどうかはちょっと後回し。くそ、外すな。そこじゃないんだな。あ、来たな。プラズマ発動ですね。ランダムのやつだ。効果で発動するやつ。ベロバックのやつ。遺品剥がしたけど、拾いに行くのは大変か？角剥がしたいんだな、角。二度と戦えないとしたらちょっとね、いや、二度と戦えないってことはないのかもなんだけど、遺品剥がしておきたいのはあるのよ。剥がれたか？いや、でも完全に剥がれてないな。なんも見えんな。まあ、二度と戦えないことはないでしょ。多分。そう思っておくよ。やだ、まあ切れたか。ゆっくりして。生息地外に出ちゃった？と とりあえず1体倒すさ、グリムホーン、強化型ね。この3はあれですね。試食が、弓の能力ね。あとベロバッキがもう、オーバーレイ解けてるわ。おお。武器がなんかあるみたいな。ディスランチャー？はい、お疲れ。
We did it. You okay?
A bit winded, that's one, but I'll be alright. But we should take a second control core just to be safe.
はい、コアを入れときに行きましょう。てか、一体のコアは手にしたか。
You've got the control cores? I can take them from here.
I'll find a use for you.
ちょっと待ってね。なんかないか見てくるか。飲むかな。
I'll take those cores, Aloy.
ちょっと待ったコールですよ。こんなもんか。なんかいろいろありますけど、先に渡してきますから、うるさそうだから。
Two control cores as requested.
Thank you. Gaia showed me a way to scan them and take what we need to update the reboot code. I'll head back to base and get started. When I was a child, there was always enough to eat. The land gods provided for us, and every season we celebrated them. My happiest memories come from those times. Do you really think we can bring them back?
We'll make it happen.
Thank you, Aloy.
そこの時代に戻りたいと思ってるわけじゃない人もいるんだろうね。もっと前とかさ。うん。
So we'll probably sort through those cores in no time. I should check up on her when I get the chance.
で、あそこにも物資があるとして、物資はもういいかな。貴重品の箱の中にたまにね、結構なものが入ってんだけど、武器とか。あ、こういうのは重要ね。うん。じゃあ、次行きますか。再度ね。拠点でゾウと話して終わりか。じゃあ、コターロの新しい機種。どこよ。ニンマー研究所って言ったとこか。集落あんの、ここに。ここはファストトラベルできないから、ここか。とりあえず、ファストトラベルバッグは簡単に作れるから、どんどん処理しちゃっていいかなと思うようになってます、最近。ヤガラの木は10分くらい調子いいんだけど、あとは動物の肉かなんかでできるから。つまり焚き火セットってこうよね。食料と。うん、肉を焼くためのヤガラの木と、肉があれば、旅ができると。きっとそういうことでしょう。じゃあ、ハテナの方に集落があるみたいだから、そこにまず行ってから、新しい集落って書いてあったからね。あ、これあれか、水没したとこか。 ね、ダムがどうのこうのってとこよ、これ、多分。あ、でも、治ったのかな、ある程度。クレーンも使ってたからね。水没が治ってるというか、水が抜けてますね。何言ってる？うん。ファストトラベルパックはシャードじゃない方が安く済むと思う。なんか。だんだんお金貯まってきたけど、やっぱりね、高いの買い物するとすぐ終わっちゃうね。まあ、この辺はもう売れるものいっぱいできたけどね。番号の配達のとか53とかいらんしな。裏になってますね。さてと、じゃあ、コターロのとの待ち合わせ場所に向かいましょうか。焚き火までファストトラベルでいいんじゃないの？ここ知りたかっただけだから。バールのなんか依頼ってあった気がするな。終わってるかもな。見てみればわかるか。はい。例の部品がある。ねえ、この中のクリアした、サイドクエストの中にバールの名前が入ってるやつがあれば、あ、ただなね。タラナーのやつが、ね、バール経由できたんだっけな。うん。
Hey, Catalo? I'm at the Zenith lab. Ready to come over?
I'm on my way.
というわけで、バールの技師をやりましょう。終わらせましょう。
I appreciate you meeting me here.
I'm happy to help. Did Gaia mention where exactly in the Zenith lab we'd find what you need?
She mentioned the chamber where you found Beta, and the database that lies within. She said it'll help us find the knowledge and components I require to build a new arm.
At least we know where to look. We will have to be quick about it, in case the Zeniths are watching.
Understood.
この言葉少ない感じがいいですね。結構ね、ツイッターでこの二人のね、写真がいい感じになってるのを見たんだよな。
The lab's up this way. You okay?
I got this.
腕一本なしで登るのなんて相当だよ。
Machines. We're scrapping the specters for parts.
Should we dispose of them?
Car's not gonna help here. Or we can sneak past them.
Your choice.
はいはい。スクランジャー、スクラッパー？シェルウォーカーと、スクラッパーと、バルはいたよね。ウォッチャーかもしれないけど。ウォッチャーか。赤目のウォッチャーね。ウォッチャーはサイレントストライクできると一撃で。はい。いえ。前田戦闘あったとこやな。強化してるんですけど、すでに。シェルウォーカーだけだな。スクラッパーは一撃でいけると思う。強化型でも。シェルウォーカーは無理じゃないかな。無視してもいいんだけど、 素材が欲しいもんねってところで。
Battle it is.
それが答えかですよ。はい。欲しいんですよ、私は。はい。こいつは多分、サイレントストライクではやれないから。それが答えかってなんかダメ出しされた感じよ。これが答えですよ。ここにある、ラベジャー法だっけ？あ、ストーカーのダーツか。前からあるよね。回復アイテムを集めつつ、結構ね、コアが集まってきてるから、金策にはコアがいいんじゃないかって思いつつあって、大中小どれでも。どうかね。うん。ね、この間のとこ違うんです。これもうスキャン済みやね。大体スキャン済みやね、この辺のね。それだけ？あ、いるじゃん。これバレるタイプじゃん。バレるタイプじゃん。バレてんじゃん。結構集中長く続いたのに、集中がね、だいぶ長くなってんだよね。回復も早いしね。スキル振ると違うなって感じで。なんか、まともに戦えるようになっちゃってるというか、隠れなくてもいいよな。カタールからなんか、ツッコミが来そうよね。それが答えかってもうツッコミ来てんだよね。サイレントストライクもいいんだけどさ、あれやると素材が手に入んないんだよね。じゃあなんでもミス装備にしてんだってところがある。それはわかる。なんだ、サイレントストライクしたかったのにね。クリティカルじゃないの？上だっけ？道覚えてないな。なんだっけこれ。壁の中にどっちにしろ埋まってんな。なんでやろうと。はい。はい。
Is that it down there?
Yep. I better make our way down there. We're here. Now we just need to find a way to access the database Guy was talking about.
Don't. Varro mentioned you found Beta in one of those pods. I would hate to be locked up inside such a thing.
ボス戦かなんかある？で、ここでいいってこと？あっちだっけ？
I think I found what we're looking for.
Let's hope it holds the answers we seek.
I'll download the database to your Focus, so you can search through it later.
What about the components?
They should be somewhere on the... Spectres!
スペクター？ああ。あいつだ。隠れる場所はないんだよな。はい。届いてないな。バレてはいいんだな。弱点部位ってこのサイドってことかな。だな。オターラも近接戦闘大好きだな。おお、何ですかそれ。これ何？尻尾で弱点的なやつだった？来てるね。形状に読んだろうな、ダメージが。なんか液体金属っぽいかなって時もあるんだけど、多分砂鉄みたいになんか、バラバラな状態なのをくっつけたり、なんなりしてるって感じかな。なんていうみたいな。粒子集めて機械の形を保ってるみたいな。わかんない。酸が入ったね。酸が入ったからしばらくほっといてもいいな。だするとプラズマ入れてキャンセルしちゃうことあるから、酸が入ってる状態から。頭が切れてるー。あー、食らってた。さすがに無理があったね。いやー、近いもん。ちょっと待って。もうちょっと広いとこ行きたかったのよ。そして向こうの酸が切れてる。あ、また入った。あ、コターロがやられてしまったか。奴は四天王の中でも最弱。別に助けなくていいんじゃないって感じなんだけどな。味方的なやつ。装備さえ整ってれば全然アーロイ一人にいけるから。難易度ノーマルだからってのもあるんだろうけど。どうしようもないな。どうしようもない。2対1遍には無理だわ。さようなら、あばよとっつぁん。せめて片方が3かなんかでやられてくれないんだよな。あんまり広いところで戦っちゃいけないやつな気もする。プラズマが効いてるうちにいろいろ入れておきたい。で、これで満タン前溜まったろうから、今のうちの補充。プラズマ発動した。なんか嫌な予感。もうちょっと。2匹とももうちょっとかな。近接でもいけそうな気がするんだけど、そろそろ。もうあんまり近づきたくはないよねっていうところはあるよな。動き早いもん。片方終わり。酸が効いたからある程度余裕があるはず。OK。
The Zeniths might send reinforcements. We need to finish up and get out of here. The components should be somewhere on the second
部
floor.
品は2回。
I'm right behind you.
どこ？戻ればいいの？ゆっくりしていってね。 この上。こっちかな。さっきのキャニスターバロバがいたとこじゃないの？こっちから2回行くんでしょ？とりあえず機械はいないっぽい。はい。で、はい、ここまでいいとして、はい、この辺、あ、この初めてじゃん。ああ、そこ開けて。前に開ける前に行くとこは特にはない。最近のゲームはこういうところで親切に作られてるなと思うわ。結構昔のゲームね、いろんなもん見逃しやすかったからね。続きこう。ああ、ここだよな。こじ開けタイプ。はい、で、部品ではない。こんな、1000年前のこんなん、すごいボロボロになるでしょ。西の彫刻。鐘ですね。鐘の元ですね。特にここに何かあるわけでもって感じなのか。ここアイテムエリアって感じか。ここが開くわけじゃなさそう。ここ割って開けられるわけでもない。部品、データじゃなくて部品が欲しいんだよね。データはもうあるからっていう。こっちから来たわけじゃないよね。でもここが目的？あ、こっちから来たのか。こっちから来て、こう来て、この上には特に行けなくて、こっち来てそっから探し物。コタールの腕の部品が欲しい。はい。うん。ちょっと道で迷い中です。うわぁ、そもそも開かないからこっちから来てる。ここがもう行き止まり。だからここじゃないと思う。そうするとこっちの方かなって感じするけど別に割れるわけじゃないから。てかこの部屋だから、この部屋、向こうの部屋まで行けてないんだな。この先の。ここにあるんだよな、きっと。そこまでどうやって行くか案件。ここじゃないかな、本当に。あ、違う、ここは違うわ。わからんちー。少なくともスキャナーでなんか、スキャナーとか、フォーカスで何かしら引っかかりそうなもんだけど、ここは確実なんだよね。ここを探せって出てるからね。 モニターにこういうのが光るとかよくわかんないけど、本体じゃなくてさ。光るとしてもモニターじゃないでしょ。モニターは人間の目で見るためだからさ。フォーカスで調べる必要自体はないよね。モニターで。モニターによっては。フォーカスで正体がつかめないとお手上げに近いぞ。うん。こういうのはああ、なるほど。それか。これは気づかなかった。ここかなるほどね。ゆっくり先行くか、これだよ。
Components have to be here somewhere.
うん。その新鮮な肉っていつの新鮮な肉？今のうちに入ってるわけじゃないね。表示上。ここにあるはずだ。そこを開けろってことか？どこに繋がったかわかんないからね。ベルトコンベア。機械用アームのこと？ロボットアームのこと？もうファイアグリームのところ。これね。なるほど。
I should go back and give these to Cataldo.
ファイアグリームに反応したんだな。で、ジェニス来たりする？音楽的には嫌な感じかな？そうだもんね。
See for yourself.
You have my thanks, Aloy.
Something wrong?
I was just thinking about what it will be like after I build the arm. Will I feel different? Whole again? Idle thoughts. They can wait until we're back at base.
You go on ahead. I might want to take one more look around, in case there's anything useful.
Very well. I look forward to putting what we found to good use. Walk with the 10.
調べてから帰るって調べてから帰るもんことなんかあんのかな？もうないよな。光ってるからちょっとアクセス用端末見に行きますか。物が引き出せると思うんだけど、これもなんか番号を新しく手に入れれば新しいの手に入ったりするのかね。あるっぽいな、これも。ちょっと、どうしようかな。裏で調べることになるかもね。あればね。では、まあ、単に矛盾を起こさないために用意してるだけのやつかもしれないけど、これでは、ゾウとコタールの話が大体終わって拠点に戻るだけって感じ。アルバの話か。これを行きますか。そのまま出ていいのかな、ワープで。ファーストトラベルで。 うん。いや、今ガムの成分読んでます。暇だから。読み込み長いしね。だいたいもう2時間ぐらいか、これで。読み込み長いですね。じゃあ、アルバとお話のところに、あとクエストまだあんだよな。いろいろ聞いていきましょうか。
Ancestor, please. It's about my brother. I don't mean to disturb you, but I've run my requests through every channel and I've gotten nowhere.
Just take me through it.
Apologies. My name is Jomar. I'm the weapons officer for this expedition. It's my job to ensure the troops are armed and prepared for what's out there. And I've failed to do so. My younger brother, Oris, his unit was sent to scout the tower on the northern side of the island. They should have returned by now. The Overseer has denied my request for a search party. And defying him would mean dismissal. Or worse.
You think they might be alive?
Oris has been obsessed with San Francisco ever since I can remember. He jumped at the chance to join this expedition. I have to believe that fate isn't cruel enough to make this place his tomb. If you help me, I'll get you access to any...
武器を何でも提供します。それは気になりますね。
I'll look for your brother.
Thank you. If it helps, my brother carried an ancestral relic with him. I believe your focus might be able to pick it up.
子孫の遺物。
A small metal piece dangling from a chain with a hologram of San Francisco, which is why my brother always had it with him. The diviners speculated it was some kind of beacon, inviting the ancestors to visit the city.
Speculated? So there was data on it they couldn't read.
気になるもんですね。
Lost knowledge. If my brother truly is gone, could you maybe bring the relic back for me? It meant so much to Oris. I'd like to keep it safe for him.
Of course.
なんか変わってきそうじゃん、これ。サブクエストか、でもサイドじゃなくて。この船の上に行くのどうすんのよ。つかめんのどっか。朝繰り的なつかみ方はできないのこれ。つかめない。横からか。
We'll find a way home. Harriam, we're never getting that gyro compass back. We're stuck here. For good.
The ancestor reborn.
May we be led to truth.
Just, Aloy, what's this I hear about you never going back home?
Our navigational ships.
They're all gone. Destroyed by storms and reefs. And with them, the one instrument we need to guide us across the ocean.
There is one ship that might still hold a working gyro compass.
ジャイロコンパス。
But it's beyond our reach, beached on an island surrounded by deadly currents. No compass, no way home, no way back to those we should have never left behind in the first place.
Christia.
You mentioned you left someone behind?
My wife, Leandra. She works the field in the Great Delta. When I was chosen for this mission, she begged me not to come. She was scared I wouldn't return. And like always, she was right. I left without saying goodbye, and now I won't ever see her again.
So you two are soldiers?
Navigators, actually. I'm Harriam, and this is Christia.
So you two know how to use this instrument?
The gyro compass. Only I know how to read it. The diviners trained me. Harriam was chosen to memorize the charts found in the legacy.
So you can't navigate the fleet without each other?
It is the Quen Way. The greater the knowledge held by one person alone, the greater the risk it'll be used against the Empire, should we be captured by our enemies.
Your tribe sure is...
知識を分割するってこと？
So what is this gyro compass?
そういうこと、そうじゃなくて、フェイルセーフ的に持っておくってことか、知識を持つ人2人。
But it only works if the readings are compared to a chart.
How'd you get your hands on something like that?
I guess it's safe to tell you since you carry the gift of the ancestors. The diviners found them on ancient vessels back in our homeland and modified them so we could use them on our ships. Without them, we're at the mercy of the seas.
You said what you need is on a ship somewhere.
Yes. The ship we were stationed on. The night we approached landfall, a sudden squall hit the fleet. While some ships managed to find safe harbor here, ours ran aground. The crew abandoned ship, hoping the ocean would spare us.
I thought we'd drown for sure. Thank the ancestors we somehow got washed up on a beach southwest of here. Scouts found us and brought us to landfall. Not that it matters. The only ship with the gyro compass is grounded and surrounded by deadly currents.
Maybe I can help.
Not unless you can fly.
I can't do that.
空飛ぶ必要があるって、空飛ぶ必要がありそうなとこあったんだよ
She's an ancestor reborn. Maybe she really can help.
I will not let myself hope just yet, but I thank you for your kindness.
つまり進行負荷になってるってことか。空飛べんだな、きっとまた将来的に。サイドクエストだな。二周の思いな。あ、やっぱこっちか。これか。天の翼が完了するまでか。天の翼はまだ終わってないってことか。うん。多分メインで天の翼がなんか、あんじゃないかなんかある気がするな。攻略サイト見ちゃった気がして、そこにある気がする。メインかなんかわからんけど。とりあえずアルバに会いに行きましょう。焚き火ね。わかんないよね。いや、まだ先があるから行っちゃいい気もするけど。
Hey, Alva. I'm in landfall. Can you meet me here?
I'll be there as soon as I can.
滅びの地だ。来れるかって結構、アーロイが来るのに苦労してたけどな。
Aloy, I'm here. Had to sneak past a few machines on the way, but
こいつらの戦闘力だけでも、とりあえず、
Ready to talk to that diviner?
なんだ
yes,
ろう。
he's right over there.
相当なもんじゃない。一人一人が。
Diviner Alva, what are you doing back in landfall? And with the living ancestor?
We're looking for the At-Bay Research Center, where Leviathan was developed. The legacy tells us it's somewhere in the city.
Alva mentioned you've been collecting data in the area. Do you know where it is?
Yes, I stumbled across it, but there was no data there, only crumbling ruins.
Tell us anyway. We might be able to find something you missed.
Please, don't trouble yourself. I assure you, our search was very thorough.
You're hiding something.
What? That is absurd. A diviner must only speak truth, as you're well aware.
Oh, you're worried you found something dangerous. Something compromising on Eileen Sasaki?
Keep your voice down.
真実しか言わなくても真実の全てがいいわけじゃないのが被験者って感じね、今でも。印象からは。
So it's safer to turn a blind eye. But think of Leviathan. How it could help everyone. Isn't that why we're here? Don't let fear deny us that.
Very well. The facility's just south of here along the shore. But even if you find a way to fix Leviathan, it's sure to be shrouded in that which is forbidden.
Too often the truth is forbidden.
真実はなく許されることはない。許されぬことはないか。
Let's go.
行きますか。今のは朝クリですね。アサシンクリードの。なんか、まあ、一節というか。結構サンフランシスコは建物が残ってるとこが多いの感じなのかな。ドローンこれ初めてまだ拾ってないドローンかな。
We've come a long way since we first met.
Nirik's like I used to be, terrified of a misstep. And with the overseers, he has every right to be. but what I've seen and learned since the greenhouse, it's so much more than what we're permitted. Diviners are supposed to seek the truth, and yet so much is kept from us. I'm tired of it. That should be the facility ahead.
どれが研究所？
We need to find a way in.
Up here. Well, Mirik wasn't lying about crumbling ruins, at least.
廃墟ね。
Let's look around.
Aloy, why is the ground shaking?
That's not good.
どんな機械ですかね。リヴァイアさんがいいの？
Whoa, that thing is huge.
フリーザーファング？
We'll have to take it out if we want to find that data.
一部解除か。
Okay. I'm with you.
サイレントストライクしかできないか。フリーザーファングってそもそも操作不能だっけ？まあ、無視するよりは倒しちゃった方がいいやし。とはいえね、久しぶりにノーマルの難易度で戦うからどうかな。プラズマが入る。てか、プラズマ普通に入れちゃえばいいや。入った？入ってない？おう。入った。プラズマ入ったらもう連打すればいいよ。プラズマ消えちゃったよ、3で。穴開けたから、この3のとこに。プラズマ入り直した。全然入らん。全然入らん。プラズマとか3が入ってる。入り直すよ。また3が入り直すれば。ゆっくりしてってね。プラズマ。建物、車に引っかかって、下がれんかった。あと、雷属性や。これで、プラズマの爆発。はい。倒れたね。もうちょい。はい。
Well, I'm gonna have nightmares tonight.
We should be able to look around for that data now.
いや、柄の大きいとこればっかっていうのは、やっぱ戦闘フィールドだったんだなって感じね。ゆっくりした結果はこれだよ。一部壊されて一部が。そういうことになってる。中途半端になってる。うん。この上になんかなかったっけ？まあ上がれそうもないんだけど。さあ、研究所の中に入りますか。入り口どこっていう話だね。あったあった。あれか。あと、それと2箇所まずこっちかな、火になるのは。ここはそもそも2つなんだね。三角で開けるタイプ？こういうこと？ 2 箇所あったよね。これもそうよね、きっと。どっちかがすぐに持っちゃいそうなところのはずで、そこには宝回収とかしかない感じだと思うけど。 古のネックレスってこれ何？初めて見たかも。換気アイテムだと思うんですけどね。ドッグタグかな？古のネックレス。ドッグタグじゃないにしろ、何かしらの胸から下げるやつであるのから、まあ、ネックレスなんだろうけど。あ、そうでもないですよ。爪楊枝が爪楊枝じゃないしな、明らかにね。でも最近食料食べてないね。アルバさん引っかかってます？大丈夫？あれできた。
Come on, let's check the upper floors.
あ、そっか。
You okay?
On every expedition, the soldiers would lay down walkways and barriers first to protect us diviners. But this is actually kind of fun.
実際にこういうところ来たらもう、普段みんな家の作業をしてる人は無理でしょ？中の作業してる人は。
The data on Leviathan isn't here. There's some kind of log.
Delete the database? But Miss Sasaki, when you look at the reports, 3,000 exhibiting symptoms. Over 400 dead. The data's clear. Omarama is contaminating the water supply, promoting bacterial growth. And with Leviathan based on the same architecture...
You're a smart kid. Top of your class, right? My father built this company thanks to world-class talent like you. And you know what else is world-class? Our legal team. So unless you want to spend the rest of your career in some dead-end, underfunded public research institute, you'll delete that database and forward all data on Leviathan to my office.
Yes, ma'am.
That was her. The ancestor, Eileen Sasaki. Hundreds dead. And she knew their system was to blame, but she had the truth erased. Were all the ancestors like this? Selfish, ruthless, immoral? And yet we hold them up as paragons of enlightenment and virtue. Given what we've learned, I don't even know if Leviathan will work.
Hold on. Let's not give up just yet. You said before that the old ones used Leviathan to control flow. Which means it probably worked. We'll know more when we find the data on it. The recording mentioned a copy was sent to Eileen's office.
To their corporate headquarters. There. Let's go. It shouldn't take us long to get to the tower.
すぐ行けるの？
Lead on. So what was...
本当に？会話途切れた？
What was that other system the recording mentioned? Omuramba?
The legacy tells us
大
it
村？
was a predecessor to
関係ない
Leviathan,
か。
a system that manipulated floods to bring life to a barren desert.
Gwen seemed to know a lot about this ancestor.
Diviners spent years trying to figure out how to restore Leviathan. We found a
Entrance
lot
is
of
blocked.
data on Eileen's
Gonna have to find another way in.
The soldiers built a path from the nearby ruin. Might be able to cross over from there.
Lead the way.
うん。足場があるね。焚き火があるみたいですね。この焚き火初めてかな。なるほど。そういえば忘れてましたね、このドローンね。
This is as far as our soldiers got.
We'll have to climb higher to get into the town.
I think I'll wait here for you. Please don't go too far.
はい。まあ、こっちに行けって言ってるもようなもんよね、きっとね。てか、86メートル。
Aloy, let's go find the data on Leviathan. What were you saying before, Aloy?
We'll have to climb higher to get into the town.
こっちね。うん。
We'll have to climb higher to get into the town.
登らなきゃダメってことはやっぱこっち側なのか。
Follow your lead.
いやでもこっち側だよな。こっち系？登らなきゃダメだな。あ、そっか。わかったわかった。びっくりしてた。はい。
Up we go.
はい。
You doing okay, Olva?
Yes. Don't worry about me.
これと同じ動きはできんでしょ、アルバには。まあ、できるんだろうな。できてるわ。エンドウいいの？
I don't think so, but we'll have to be careful.
そういう時倒しちゃいたかんだよな。グリーントウォークどこにいんの？
Oh, that beam looks promising.
見えないわ。で、あれも気になるよね。ドローンもね。こっから多分捕まえるのか？そうだね。ここは捕めるといえば捕めるのかな？多分、あれ使えば。フラグ、飛ぶやつ。この先がこれか。はい。
Glenn talks. Well, we have the element of surprise.
Or we could sneak by and, not fall off the tower.
はい。じゃあ、グリーントウォークさんよろしく。はい。お願いします。はい。あ、でも HAG で倒してた？サイレントストライクすればよかった？両方とも。そんな感じね。あいつの従属が解除されちゃうとやばいでしょ？そうだね。何発いんだろう。味方にしてるから多分、ちょっとタフになってたと思うんだけど。いや、倒しちゃった方がいいと思ってね。ありがとう。やっぱ強いね、あれば。普通に武器が強いですね。プラズマ属性だっけ、やっぱ。
Up this way.
はい。ゆっくりしてってる。
You can do it, Olva, okay? Just don't look down.
Right! Of course! Super easy!
Should be able to cross over.
Aloy!
I'm okay.
自分の足場が崩れそう。
Okay. Should be able to make it to the other side.
Right. Yeah.
あ、
Aloy,
あとば
can
い
you watch me and make sure I do this right?
見てくれるって言われたから見に戻ろうとしたら落ちちゃったよ。なんか見てなきゃダメなものとか、クイックタイムイベントとかで助けなきゃいけないシーンとかあるかなと思って。
Should be able to cross over, but we are going to have to.
Aloy,
I'm okay.
There's some of that debris first. Okay. Should be able to make it to the other side. Made it.
はい。
Okay, Alva, your turn.
right. Yeah. Aloy, can you watch me and make sure I do this right?
大丈夫だから来
You
て
can。do it. It's okay.
Please don't break.
Alva!
I'm okay. Wow. That would have been a long way to fall.
びっくりさせるためですか。
All doors locked. Oh. This says the code is the month and year the company was founded.
According to the legacy, it was October 2023.
2023年10月。はい。OK だね。
So the company was founded in October.
Which is the 10th
think
month
that's
of
it.
the year.
Well, that's not it.
なるほど。で、データポイント。サイドクエストだね。パスコードを教えてくれないです。パスコードリマインダーの何の意味が。アットベイの創設はいつか。月と年度だぞ。年度だと、10月は20。
The company was founded in October.
Which is the 10th month of the year.
2022年度
That didn't work.
10月の、
The company was founded in October.
Which is the 10th month of the year.
20、あ、単に打ち間違いか。23年度でよかったな。
Leviathan isn't here.
Cost reduction strategy. We're talking about people's lives here. I did as you asked on Omuramba, but this is worse.
Relax, Eileen. I've spoken with risk management. They're confident that the chance of another
健三さんが日本人で、アイリーンさんその奥さん
You know, Dad,
子供、
shortcuts have a way of catching up with you. Within acceptable parameters or not.
Well, one day in the distant future when you're in charge, you can run things how you want. But until then, how about you let me worry about that?
Guess Eileen and her father didn't always get along. But it seems like covering up Omuramba wasn't her idea.
Doesn't matter. She still had a part in it.
Well, let's keep going. The office must be higher up.
はい。で、焚き火が、
Dead end. There's a ladder in that shaft, but it's blocked.
誰が来たのここに。
I might be able to pull the rubble out from the other shaft.
なるほどね。なるほどね。
Let's see where this leads.
You go on ahead. I'll look for a way out that has a lesser chance of falling to my death. I'll stay here until you come back. Don't go too far. Hey, I'm glad you're back. Let's keep going then. What were you saying before, Aloy?
Okay.
はい。落ちたのは事故として、はい。
Hey, Alva?
Yes?
There's something I don't get. You said Eileen was the one who built Leviathan, not her father, so what happened?
I'm not sure. The legacy doesn't say. Either that knowledge is lost or forbidden. Or maybe we were wrong about that too.
Hmm. 誰かのために道を開いて来いってことか、こりゃ。上であるのは間違いねえんだな。目的地が。うん。こっちに行けないのかな？行けないよね。あ、行けるんだ。手伸ばしてるから行けるか。
Are you doing okay, Aloy?
Yeah, it's just a long way up.
戻れん。戻れんなら、やり直しだぞ。
I'll stay here. That looks a little iffy to me.
Yeah. くしゃみ出そうでさ、くしゃみ実際出てさ、ダメよ。で、これでいける。はい。ちょっとオーバーするから戻って上に上がって、これがはい。で、これでくっつけるようになって、下に降りてかな？違うな、多分そうだな。いや、合ってるな。こうやって背中側に切って、ね、こっちか。普通に上に行って、背面飛びでしょ？また。背面飛び。これ上行けるの？いけないな。向こう側じゃないな。向こう側から戻ってきたんだもんね。とするとこれも違う？その上どうやって行くの？これか。はい。で、はい。はい。これの繰り返し？別ルートが見つからんってことですか？あのエレベーター壊すんじゃない？上の方。ファイアグリーンかなんかで。
Blow up that fire green. The elevator might fall and open up a path for Alva. Hey, Alva? Step away from the shaft.
Whoa! Oh, I can reach the ladder now. Be right up, Aloy.
Looks like there's another floor above. Might be Eileen's office.
上に部屋がある。
I'll meet you up there.
つくよとかないな。うわー。びっくりした。 べえ。とはいえだよ。落ちちゃったよ。かなり落ちたな。なんかありそう。あ、でもここはもう通ってよかったのか。多分。上に行くルートが新しくできたよってことね。
There you are. Come on. Let's see what's up here.
いや、違うか？いや、違わないな。
Another locked door. Need to figure out the passcode.
These artifacts. I think these were Eileen's. It's every diviner's dream to discover even one of the ancestors' artifacts.
And maybe they'll help with the door.
That must be the Dragonfly 6.
Dragonfly
They used it in most of their construction projects. The Dragonfly 6 was their most successful model.
建築用ドローン。
It's art, I think.
Could it be?
創立25周
I
年。
think this was commissioned in honor of the company's
設立
25th
25周。
anniversary.
This looks like some kind of prototype.
For water purification. Must be the H2 flow.
What?
H2 flow. Their early inventions had strange names. Oh, that must be the Larson McCory Award. The legacy says Eileen won it when she was 40 for her work on Leviathan.
Interesting.
で、6と、なんだっけこれ。
What did you say this was for again?
The company's 25th anniversary.
625?
Used to be on the last
Focus can show
pedestal.
me anything. All the numbers you mentioned. I wonder if they make up the passcode.
Yeah, it's worth a try.
6、25、なんだっけ最後40だよね。順番があるんだと思うんだけど。
What was this thing again?
The H2 flow.
H2 フローでしょに順番わかんないけど。だいたいこういうのは左側よね。2の40歳まさかそのままって感じだけど。
Not quite right.
違う。順番逆にする40、2、25のなんだっけ最初。6だっけ
That didn't do anything.
違う。
I thought that would have worked. Did we overlook something?
What was this called again?
The Dragonfly 6.
Dragonfly 6。
Maybe try my focus. Remind me, what was this called?
The Dragonfly 6.
建築ドローン。
You said this was commissioned for something?
The company's 25th anniversary.
25周年記念。もともとあの台に置かれていたみたい。で、これが H2 フローで、これは40歳の時のやつだね。アイリーンの。
She won this award?
40.
The two artifacts on the ground.
もともと向かい合った台座に。逆ってこと ?40、左からだったら40、25まであってるのか。左側からだとすると40、20、じゃあ H2 フローがあれだから、で、次が、25、6か6、25やね。25、6で失敗してたよ、さっき。うん。で、 40、2、違う違う、6の25。うん。これがなんか場所が入れ替わっちゃったってことね。
You can almost see the whole city from up here.
Corner office. Impressive view. It must have been Eileen's.
Let's see if the data on Leviathan is here.
もともとここにはあった壁がないからもうすごい景色になってるけどさ。
Well, it's official. Eileen Sasaki, CEO, chair, and worst daughter in the world. Security had to escort Dad to his vert. Guess we'll be speaking through lawyers from now on. Looking down at the world from here. It's hard to see the details. People become risk factors, statistics, far too easily. Omuramba was supposed to provide clean water, improve lives. It was easier to pretend there wasn't a problem. Easier to believe a lie was truth. But I don't want to pretend anymore. I will build Leviathan right. No more shortcuts. No more lying. Just a safe face. It won't undo our sins. My sins. But maybe we can still do some good.
She overthrew her father, took over the company, so that Leviathan wouldn't end up killing people.
It sounded like she regretted covering up Omuramba's failure.
She wasn't perfect. Not a Paragon, as the Glen believed, but not a monster either. She tried to make up for her mistakes.
And now you know the truth.
As for the data, Leviathan... Yes, it's here. Downloading a copy now.
Is something wrong?
I think I'll stay here a while longer. There's a lot more data that I want to look through.
Are you sure you'll be okay on your own?
Down is always easier than up. Let's speak again when we're back at base.
俺より降りる方が大変だぞ。一般的に。
Well, after climbing all the way up, why not glide down?
Wait, you're going to what?
Just thinking about it.
どこまで飛べばいいんだろうな、これな。多分、そこまで飛ぶといいよみたいなとこが多分あると思うんだけど。地面まだ描画されてないのかな、これ。描画されてんのか。結構いろんなとこ飛べそうよね、作品とかね。なんかいろいろ気になるところがありそう。出てきそう。高いな。なんかまたベッド来れそうなところでもあるんだけどね、こういうとこもね。海の向こうの人々へ。さっきのドローンも気になるしな。捕まれそうだったらどっかこれ出ると思うんだけど。ワイルドモーか。さて、ファストトラベルで一旦帰るかどうかよね。下は、バルボアかながなんかいるだけで、どこだっけ。 その向こうだっけ？あるわね。焚き火のあたりって燃えときゃいいんだろうけど、もうバラはいるじゃん。入っていったのは、ここか。ここが入っていったところで、そこにドローンがいて、それに捕まろうとする場合はやっぱ上よねってことになるよね。一段階高いところだけでいいと思うんだけど、それであそこまで行く。焚き火使っていくにしても、使わなずに行くにしても、焚き火いっぱいあったからさ、大変じゃないってところよな。びっくりして結果はこれだよ。なんで登ってんのって思うかもだけど、さっきのドローンのためです。ここ動かしたなかったっけ？動かしてたよね。また戻ってない。そう、これのために来たんだけど、向こうに渡んないとダメかな。向こうの上が一番いい気がすんな。そうするとなんか違う気がするな。渡るには、もっと上。こっから渡れればいいな。ここから上に上がれたりするかな。はい。多分この上なんだよ。で、ドローンに捕まれる位置。そこと、あと上の方でも止まってたね。そっちか。そっちは多分届かないな。そこに行ける？そこに、行けそうな気がしてきたの。そこか。そこか、そこだな。で、そこに行くためには、びっくりした。ここだ。にある。はい。バラバとかいる？大丈夫かな？はい。こうやって回収してました、今まで。っていう話です。ぼったいとこあっかな、ドローン。見つけてて。あと1箇所だな。ただ、まだ分かってないとこだな。機械銃はもうみんな終わったのか。多分ラスボスかな？そうとも言わんかな。ドローンがあと1体見つかってない。で、まだ行けてないとこもあるからそこなんじゃないかな。じゃあ、再度。どうかなって感じだけど。時間的にあれかな。 11までやるかどうかな。ちょっと待ってね。ちょっと待ってね。ああ、やってるな。やめとこう。じゃあ今回こんなもんにしましょう。次回ちょっと次回からもまたサイドクエストを進めていくことにします。裏でサブやってるかもしれないけどわかんない。とりあえず今回は終わります。セーブポイントに若干行きたい気もするんだけど。あれか。あれ、滅びの地か。じゃあ滅びの地に持ってきたんで、こんなところで終わりましょう。ご視聴ありがとうございました。また次回よろしくお願いします。失礼します。